So good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? How is everybody doing this morning? Hi, good morning. Good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. So beautiful day. Those who are joining me on Facebook, YouTube, thank you very much. And those joining on Instagram, good morning. How are you guys doing? All right, the lion is back. The lion is back. I feel much better this morning. I feel much better this morning. All right, so welcome everybody to my show. I really appreciate you guys for coming. Thank you. Um, so this morning we're going to go straight to the point quickly. I want to quickly just talk about. I sent you a message. I didn't get it. I'll check it, but I'm not sure. But I'll check it. Don't worry. Let's go straight to the point this morning. Now we will see that it seems to be like we have more men. I mean, more women than men, and it's not. It's not true. And I've been proving it everywhere I go. I prove it. Everywhere I go, I prove it. That it's not. That people just, put it together to make it look like, okay, there are so many women. Shion, why you go? Good morning. So many women than men. Women are always in the forefront when it comes to they wanting to get married. I want to get married. I want to get married and stuff. So women are always like in the forefront. Men, they always kind of like actually mellow and just, you know, they are kind of like feeling cool on the behind because they have this mind that you guys need them, that you need us as men, and that okay, let me just cool here, let me just cool down here. I have options. Women too, now. Thank you for the badge. God bless you. Women too, they have options now. All right, but the issue is just that uh, it's a little difficult. You see that when you look at the matchmaking business, you see a lot of women registering, a lot of women, paying 1,000, 1,005, $2,000 just to get connected. A lot of them, they're out there, and men are not willing to do so. They're not willing to do so because they feel like a superior person, like they are superior to women, and let's just be on this side. Let the ladies start haunting us. Let them continue to hunt to get us and all that. And you will see that the desperation is increasing on the part of women because women always believe that time is going, time is going, time is going. Oh, time is no longer on my side. I'm turning 45, or I'm turning 38, or I'm turning 30. Time is no longer on my side. It's true. It's very true. That time is no longer on your side because you need to give birth to children at the right time so that your kids, they can be healthy. Healthy children comes from when you get married, when you get married early, and then you have them. That's when you begin to see daughter and mother looking alike, and you feel like they're sisters because uh, when you get married on time, you'll be able to have your kids on time. And then by the age of 40, 45, you're already done. You're already done doing whatever it is that you want to do. Your kids are going to be in college at that time. At the age of 40, 45, you're just walking all around, having fun, doing your own things. All right. For men, it's different. We don't really care. We don't care when. A man, it's possible for a man to stay until he's 50 or 55 to get married. All right. Because when they give birth to babies, they believe the responsibility is on the women. And a lot of you women will take care of kids until you die. Some of you will just be there. You're just going to be a mother. You're just going to be a mother. Oh, you love my shirt? Thank you very much, Mayor. Thank you, Sean. Uh, you just want to be a mother. You just stay like that, and you're going to be a mother all through your life. You'll be stuck being a mother. All right. So, and this is the reason why I'm bringing this particular topic today. This is the reason why I'm getting I mean, bringing this particular topic today. Somebody saying that, but one has to be mature for marriage before venturing into marriage. So, age is got nothing to do with maturity. Age, and I want you to write it down, Sister Adiola or Mr. Adiola. Show for where. Write it down. Age is got nothing whatsoever, nothing to do with maturity. Maturity is based on your experience, on what you've been through. At the age of 14, a kid, a child, a boy may be matured more than a 50-year-old man. So it's got nothing to do with age. It's got nothing to do with age at all. So don't always look at age. Age has got nothing. You know, people are 50, 60 right now, and then we believe they are not mature to get married. It's because they have refused to pass through life. And many of you guys are on this shoe, or I mean on this table right here. You're inside of this shoe right now, that you're running away from challenges. You're running away from challenges, you will not get mature on time. You're running away from challenges, you won't be where you're supposed to be. You see, situations and challenges of life, all right, makes a man, makes a woman too. Situations of life, challenges of life. All right. When you enter into a situation right now and you come out of it, that stuff will teach you a lesson. Then you become a wise person. And when people come to you and then you break it down to them, they'll begin to look at your face and like, okay, how did you do it? How did you do it? It's because you've been through it. Now you become a wise person. So never you look at age when it comes to picking a husband or picking a wife. Age has got nothing whatsoever to do with it. And that's why I always tell people this. When you want to marry a wife, I'm not saying single, never be married are not good. They are. If you marry a single mother, all right, that single mother at that particular point in time, that person must have gone through so much. They have failed. They have done something that they're not supposed to do. They've been able to learn from their mistakes. And at this time, they want to make it right. At the point when they're now going into their second home, they will start writing things down. Majority of the single ladies today, they don't write nothing down. They're very spontaneous. Whoever comes in with a ring, they just say, oh, I'm blushing. Whoever comes with the ring is, oh, I'm blushing. Whoever is inviting them to go and eat suya, they just run. They go eat suya. Whoever is inviting them to go to shawarma, they straight go to shawarma. All right? They don't write things down. You see, single mothers, when you ask them, do you want to go out with me? They will say, oh, yeah, let me think about it. Then they write things down. And they start crossing it as they answer those questions. They write questions down because they have failed before. Okay? Because they failed before. All right? Because they have failed before, they want to make things right now. When you marry a single girl, you have to take her back to school. You have to take her back to school of relationship to learn it, because a single girl that has never been married before is coming with the mindset of a princess that must be served. It's coming with the mindset of a princess that must be catered for. It's coming with the mindset of a princess that must be worshipped. It's coming with the mindset of a princess that you need to pick her up and take her to the... I took a session one time and I asked the lady, what exactly are you expecting from this relationship? And she said something. I'm not putting anybody down. I mentioned it. I don't like people who just listen to attack and not listen to understand. I don't like them. I said that before. I said single ladies, it's not like they're bad. I'm only talking about based on, when it comes to maturity and when it comes to experience. That's what I'm talking about right now. I'm not putting them down. Please, if you don't want to listen, you don't have to be here. If you don't want to listen, you don't have to be here. Respectfully, just remove yourself and just go. It's so easy. Very, very easy. So I actually took a session one time and I sat them down and I asked the lady, I said, what do you want? What are you expecting from this relationship? And And she said, I want a man that will stand by the door when I'm coming from work, that will pick me up and take me straight to the bathroom. And the bathroom must have been filled with water and flowers and rose flowers and all kinds of stuff. I want a man that will actually be able to stand with me and when I'm going out in the rain to hold the umbrella. I want a man that will open the door onto me when I want to go in the car and close the door. I want a man that will actually book a restaurant without me knowing. I will just invite me. Irete, how you doing? I miss you. I miss you big time. You know, so I want a man like that. I want a man that will tuck me into bed and just cover me up and give me a kiss. I want a man that will give me idea that today is going to be a day of sex, and from morning time, he's showering me with gifts, he's telling me good stuff and all kinds of stuff like this. And I said to the lady, I said, this mindset you're bringing, you will be disappointed in marriage because it doesn't work like that. You must have been watching too much of Telemundo. Telemundo will mess your life up. Too much of all these Indian movies. All right, these Indian movies will mess you up because you look at it, it's just a movie. It doesn't happen like that every day. Even we that we're talking about it, we're counselors that talk about people to be romantic. Even when we say that, it is not that we are always romantic too. We do it, but it's not every time. You will fail with this. But when you put a single girl that's never been married, when you put her on the table and you put a single mother on the other table, that single mother will start laughing and shaking her head that this one doesn't know what he's looking for yet. This lady doesn't know what he's looking for. Doesn't know what he's looking for. All right. The single mother must have experienced it that at the earlier stage of marriage, a man will be romantic. They call something see finish. See finish will make you not to get exactly what you are getting before marriage. You're not going to get that same treatment anymore. You won't get it. You see, when you guys were still single, still dating, young ladies get carried away. They believe this is marriage. No, that is not marriage. The moment you enter into reality, it's just like the day of wedding. You are happy before marriage. You were jumping and jumping. You're so excited. Oh my God, I'm going to get married. And then you guys are going shopping for the ring and shopping for the wedding gown and all kinds of stuff. You're inviting musicians to come and play. Let me tell you something, guys. You see, that particular excitement will end up after the wedding, because now reality will come in, and that's when you begin to now ask yourself questions and like, this guy is changing. Oh, the guy is changing. The guy has changed. Why? Have I done something? No, you didn't do nothing. You are actually entering into reality now. Before marriage, the guy is actually calling you in the morning, say, hello, how you doing? I love you. And you guys are kissing. You see, every time you do nonsense, he will overlook it. Okay? When you do nonsense, he will overlook all those things. You know what I'm saying? All right? So he will take you and go and book a kind of a candlelit dinner somewhere. And all that is just to win your love. All of that stuff is just to win your love. You see, don't just get carried away and thinking this is the way it's going to be all the time. No, it's not going to be like that all the time. There will be a time of wave, a time that see finish will come and then mess up every mindset that you have. All right? Now, that when you now get into a relationship, the man is going to get tired of opening the car door. When you get into a relationship, the guy is going to get tired of actually booking a candlelit dinner. It's not going to happen once in a while. It's going to happen once in a year. It's going to happen whenever he's got money to throw around. He's not going to do it anymore like he was doing it when you guys were not married. He was borrowing money to do that sometimes. The guy will have to work very hard to take your girlfriend out. It wasn't because he's actually like that. He had to do it. Even animals do it. And if you go to the word of the animal, you will see that animals do it. They do that to the mate before they have sex with them. And then the moment they do, they walk away. They might not see them again. And then the next time they see them is whenever the animal is on heat, then they come back again and start spreading and start doing all manners of things. All right? So when you are single, any treatment you're getting is just is just, okay, to win you. All the treatment is just to win you. That treatment is to lock you down. And then you get used to it. And then when you get to marriage, you need to go through premarital counseling. And the counselor will give you the good, the bad, and the ugly of marriage. You need to know and understand the good, the bad, and the ugly of marriage. You have to go step by step, stage by stage, what is going to happen a day before marriage. We're going to tell you. What will happen on the day of marriage? On the day of marriage, you will hold yourselves. You will feed yourself with cake. You will kiss each other and all kinds of stuff. At that time, the mouth is not going to smell. Oh, I'm telling you, the mouth will not smell because of the excitement. You see, you are so excited, like, oh my God, I'm getting married today. See thousands of people all around. Everybody's, the mouth will not smell. I'm telling you, there won't be armpit odor. You will not perceive it. You will be blocked 24/7 because you are focusing on what is going on at the moment. All right. The moment you now step out of the wedding room, I'm telling you, the man will not be rude during the wedding. You won't see any anger issue. During wedding, you will not see any kind of he's a mean guy or he's an abusive guy. During wedding, he will be holding you and be saying, "You don't worry, sweetheart. Don't worry. I love you. I love you. I love you." That's all you're going to be hearing. So we break it down into before marriage, a day to marriage, inside of marriage, 2 days after marriage. Actually, in the real sense of it, when you finish the wedding day and you guys go home on that day, then reality will come because you're going to wake up the next day and you'll find out that it's just only you and this guy. It's now me and this guy. It's just me and this guy. Now you now start seeing a lot of things you've not been seeing before because now it's now reality that you are married. The marriage has been done. The DJ is gone. Musician is gone. All of the people that are shouting, yeah, yeah, they're gone. Your mom and dad, they're gone. Your sisters are gone. His own brother, everybody is gone. Now it's just only you right now. And that is the time you are going to face the River Jordan of your life. You're going to face the Red Sea of your life. And then if you are not well prepared for it, then there is going to be a problem. That's when you start complaining. That's when you start getting depressed because now you think in your mind that the person is changing. He's not changing. That's who he used to be. He must have put up the act to win you. He must have put up the act to win you. So coming into marriage, it now becomes a thing of me and you. How do we make it work? So as you come to us, we prepare you for after the marriage. After the marriage, a lot of things will start going wrong. And the very first thing that's going to go wrong is that why are you speaking to me like that? Why are you talking to me like that? Okay, now after marriage, the two of you will sit down and think about how much money has went down. You're going to think about how do I make the money back? How do I make the money back? How do I build this wealth again? What are you going to contribute in the family? Is your job able to pay well? Are you going to be doing this? Are you going to be doing that? And then during that particular time, there is possibility for the person to get a little excited and he will raise his voice. He has not been raising his voice before. No pressure there. Now, after marriage, there will going to be a little pressure. And that little pressure that will come may allow him to show his real self. Or she will show her real self. For a single never been married, that's going to be a kind of a misery. And that person will look and say, okay, something's wrong. Nothing's wrong. But for a single mother or a divorcee that have been married before, she understands the game. She understands the game. All right. At that point in time, she's well educated. She knows that after marriage, this marriage thing is just excitement. You will see a single mother who is getting married, or probably a divorcee that is getting married again. You will see the way they handle marriage, they handle wedding. They know that this wedding is just an entrance into the marriage. I know, I've been there before. I've been there before. I'm not supposed to get carried away. I'm not supposed to be too excited. I'm not supposed to, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait, And they are well experienced. When they now go into marriage, the day one of marriage, they know exactly what to do. They know what is coming. They know exactly what's going to be the reaction. And that's why I always tell people this. And I know Nigerian Christians are not ready for it. Now, before you get married, before you ever get married, start a fight intentionally. I've been saying this and people think I'm joking. Look for something, start a fight intentionally. Forget about I love you, I love you. Forget about my boo, my boo, my boo. Okay, my boo will always be a boo. One day it will be a bulldog. You will find that out. A boo will become a bulldog in your presence. You will be shocked when the boo will become a bulldog. Okay, so start a fight intentionally because you're trying to get to know the person that you're with. Because no matter how they hide their character, okay, character is a smoke. It will definitely come out. No matter how that person is pretending, it will definitely come out. Start a fight intentionally. Okay, look for something to make him angry. You just pretend you're talking to somebody on the phone and don't tell that person, I love you. Now, see exactly the reaction that is going to come up. See if he's going to grab your phone from you. See if he's going to punch you. See if he's going to yell. If he's going to punch the wall. You need to understand the gravity of the anger of the person that you're going into. You have to understand, I want to know how the anger is going to, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? You need to start a fight intentionally. All right, and don't do one that will cost you. The one I just described will cost you a lot, or the guy may kill you. But look for something, start a fight. It's intentional. All you're doing is just trying to get to know that person. You want to know the level of anger because see, listen, majority of you don't understand a lot of things. You see, somebody saying something. Oh, you're just joking. Now there are so many broken people. I need you to listen. So many broken people in the society. Many broken people. They are broken. All right? They have situations before. Some of them are not mentally stable. And then they are trying to hold themselves together. When you go into marriage, you will die. You will die. When you go into marriage, you will die. Because these people are not mentally okay. They are not mentally stable. They have problems. All right. So when they are trying to get married to you, they are holding themselves. At night, they know what to do. They know how to take their medications to stop around you and stop. The moment you get married to such a person without fixing them, it becomes a problem on you. Majority of the people we got married to today, they are very, very, very broken. And that's why they continue to ask you, I need attention. You're not making me happy. I need attention. Do you love me? Oh, do you trust me? I don't trust you. That's why they put cameras all around the place. When you begin to see people putting cameras all around, something is happening. Okay, something is happening to them. They could not sit down with you to have a conversation, but they will rather be digging for proofs to fight you. They will look for proofs to fight you. Okay, that's what they're going to look for. Proofs to fight you. All right. So you need to understand them. It is a full-time job for you to locate and find out this is the person I am going into relationship with. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this. You better listen. I'm telling you this. You better listen. Because during the marriage, when the guy will punch you in the face, you will not say, oh, well, so me tell it. Okay. Now we are telling you now, you need to understand, is this person broken or not? If you are going out with somebody that doesn't talk, he doesn't talk at all. He's always keeping quiet. He doesn't have friends. He doesn't mingle. He doesn't socialize. Nothing. It's a red flag. It's a big time red flag. People call themselves, oh, I'm introvert. I'm introvert. I'm introvert. Introvert people are very dangerous and deadly people. All right? They don't say nothing to you. They keep everything within. They just sit down there just looking at you and all kinds of stuff. What is going on in their mind is a terrible thing that is going on. Okay? And you need to first of all dig into it before you marry them. Don't ever marry someone who is a loner. A person that is a loner, he doesn't have friends, he doesn't talk to people, he doesn't do nothing. They are dangerous people. You don't want to. You believe that, oh, I'm going to have him for me. I'm going to have her for me. Oh, she's going to be only mine because she doesn't have friends. You are joking. You're joking. You're joking big time. You're joking big time. All right? You need to understand them and dig into their lives. Understand why are they like this. Understand what is going on in their minds. All right? Be able to now judge, okay, this person is only quiet, not because he's dangerous, he's quiet because that is his nature. He's quiet because that is his nature. So you now sit down there, and then at that point in time, you now try to bring the best out of such a person. That's part of the fixing. That's part of the fixing. All right? You now bring the best out of them. You introduce your own friends to them. Some of them are very scared to make friends. Probably they have been jilted before. Maybe they have been heartbroken before. They now decide to keep to themselves. And when you keep to yourself, you become a loner. It's not the best thing. That's not the best life. Even the Bible says this is not good for a man to be alone. You can be a loner. You cannot be an island to yourself. Okay? Your problems will always overshadow you, and then you become angry. Majority of the time, when you press the button of someone that is introvert, those loners, when you press their buttons, the way they will react to you, you will never believe it. You will think you have seen a ghost. You think you've seen a ghost, and you must be prepared for it. Number two, I've been saying this. People will not believe because that Christianity is not ready for it. All right? You must to live together for at least 3 months before, after engagement, before you go and say, I do. You must to live together for at least 3 months before you say, I do. This is the reason why unbelievers, the people we call unbelievers, this is the reason why their homes and marriages work. The marriage of unbelievers do work. Majority of them don't get divorced. They stick together forever. All right? Why? Because they know each other before marriage. They know each other before marriage. They know exactly what I'm going through. They've been living together before they got married. They've been living together. They know each other very well. They know she can cook. They know she can clean. They know all her friends. They know she snows. They know how angry he is. They know whatever it is and all kinds of. They know. They understand that. But we Christians, we only meet at the church. And the girl will go and buy food for you from Iyasikiru and come and bring it to you like she cooked it. Like she cooked it. And you don't even know maybe she cooked it. You just eating it and believing that, okay, she's a good cook. She's a good cook. And all kinds of stuff like that. She only clean her house whenever you're coming. The house is not always clean. She only clean her house whenever you're coming. That's a fake life. A life of deceit. So when you enter into marriage, then you now know them for real. Then you now tell yourself, I made a mistake. I have made a mistake. You don't even know maybe your husband is smoking igbo. It is not in the time that you're actually there in the house. That's when you understand that this man smokes igbo. You don't understand what kind of friends come to his house. It is when you live with him, you know. You don't even know maybe he's the kind of a guy that actually could clean and cook. You don't even know nothing. Maybe your life is going to be okay. That's why the English people say a broken engagement is better than a broken marriage. A broken engagement is better than a broken marriage. So when you're actually engaged, you could say, I don't want to do it no more. You could say, I'm done. I can't do this at all. All right? At that point in time, you can walk away and your life has been saved. All right? Some people will ask me, how about sex? How about if they start having sex? And I'll tell them it is a stupid idiot, all right, that we go and start having sex where you're supposed to be doing investigation. People that wants to do investigation don't jump in bed. You know, when you go and watch this 90 days video, when the 90 days marriage or something, you will see there that they start living together and the woman is sleeping in the bed and the guy is sleeping on the couch. That no, I'm not going to have sex. I just want to get to know you. I want to know who you are. I want to know if you can cook. I want to know if you can clean. I want to know how you do stuff. My dad told me never to marry a woman with long nails. My dad told me that. Okay? My dad told me never marry a woman with long nails. Never marry a woman with long nails. And I didn't know because me, I love women with long nails, with red paint on the red nails. And look at it, it's so very fantastic for me. I love it, it's sexy, it's good. And my dad said, no, don't ever marry them. And I asked him one day, I said, Dad, why will you say such a kind of a very mean stuff? And he said, Those ones with long nails, they can't even cook, they can't even wash, they can't do nothing because of the nails. They're washing their nails. They will not break it. Not for you, not for themselves. Not for you, not for themselves. I was like, really? It's recently, I was at a place and one lady wanted to pick up her phone. She had long nails and she was trying to grab the phone. She couldn't. The nails were scratching the table and she couldn't do it. I had to pick it up and give it to her. One of them went to press the phone. She was doing like this. She was doing like this. I meant to go about. It was doing like this. She couldn't press the phone. Okay? We have to pick up the phone and give it to her and stop. And how will that one clean? How will that one cook in the house? Okay? So my dad told me that stuff. So I decided, I looked at my wife, I looked at all the girlfriends I had in those days, like about 17 of them. I was looking at their fingers. I was like, over there, fine, but finger you. No, I can't. When I met my wife, okay, she got no fingernails long at all. She only painted the natural, the short one, painted it red, and I loved that. And I look and say, okay, this is it. All right. My dad told me that. Don't marry them. They cannot walk. They can't wash. They can't do nothing. All right. That's part of what I was looking for. Okay. So when you are not going into it, you must understand. You must understand. There are certain things I must to look for in the guy. Look at that guy. How many days does he put his boxers on? 3 days, 4 days at a go. How many times does he take a shower? Does he even take a shower at all? No, he doesn't. Does he wash his mouth? Look at that. What kind of phrase does he keep? All right. Then you begin to look at it. Look at the kind of language. Look at the kind of language that he uses. Some people, when they are around you, they will not use F word, S word, and D word. But the moment they are free with their friends, you begin to hear F word and D word and S word that they're using. That's what is in their heart. That's who they are. They're only pretending around you. They are pretending around you. That's what they're doing. Okay? You need to be very vigilant and understand and listen to the language that they're using. Okay? When he's with his friends, he's hanging out in the living room with his friends, you are listening to the words that are coming out of his mouth. Okay? Listen to his topic of discussion. What does he discuss? I'm teaching you guys something important here today. All right? And I need you guys to listen to it. Okay? Listen to it. All right? So listen to all of this stuff. Don't get carried away with all this storybook whatever mentality and be thinking like, oh, this is how it's supposed to be. Let's just go and drink. Let's just go and have shawarma. Let's just go and have sex. You will enter into one chance and then you will regret it later down the road. Getting married is a full-time job. It's not a joke. You need to understand it. If you don't get it, you will fail. Give me a minute, guys. If you don't get it, you fail. You have to be very careful about this whole stuff. Number 3, I always say this. Make sure the two of you travel 3 hours flight away from your regular location. Make sure that the two of you travel 3 hours away from your regular location. All right? It's for a reason. Make him understand that, sweetheart, we're going to be traveling. Let's go out on a kind of a boat cruise. Let's go out for one kind of mini vacation between us and all kinds of stuff and everything. Give him that notice about 2-3 months before, or for him to be prepared. All right? You prepare yourself as a man. Prepare yourself as a woman. So when you guys embark on the journey, what I need you to be watching is he going to give you 100% attention or is not? Is he going to give you, is she going to give you 100% attention or not? All right, that's what you need to look at. You will be able to find out if this person is a mommy's boy or is a man. Is he a mommy's boy or a man? A mommy's boy or a man? Could he disconnect from his mother? This is what you want to get. This is exactly what you're trying to look for. Is this person a kind of a person that enjoys the company of his friends alone and not your own? Could this person enjoy my own company by myself, or he will be missing the company of his mother, his friends, his family, and other people? Will he be able to commit to me? Will he be able to give me attention? Am I the one that is the so-called best friend? Could I occupy his time? Could he dedicate time for me? All right? This is exactly what they're trying to get. So when you now get to the place, start watching. The very first 1 minute is telling you, sorry, I got to pick this call. It's my mother. Then he ran to the toilet. He spoke for 1 hour with his mom and then came back and said, oh, I'm really sorry. And then where were we? And then you guys were talking and talking. And then 30 minutes after, one of his friends called. He said, oh, I got to pick this. And he ran away. And then at that point in time, you're supposed to be writing it down. Writing it down. This guy is a mommy's boy. This guy, he loves the company of his friends more than any other thing. This guy would not see me as the major best friend. All right? Will not see me. People, when they go on that kind of a trip, you have told them 3 months before, they were supposed to plan it. They were supposed to tell mommy, I am going to a vacation with Funke. I may not call you, and I want you to just understand I'm okay. When we get there, we're going to text you, and all is good. He's supposed to tell all his friends, I'm going to be busy this week. I'm not going to be around because me and Jumoke were going out, and that's it. If you don't get to call me or don't get to reach me, I'm fine. I will send you text messages and stuff. That kind of a guy. He's got that mindset that I want to connect with this girl. And this is the love of my life. I want to give attention to her. I want to connect with her to get to know who she is. I don't know where she's taking me to. I don't know why she wants us to go there to have a kind of a lone time. I want to do it and dedicate my time. 3 days that we're going, I'm going to dedicate it to her. That will give you an idea. This guy is not a mommy's boy. This guy is not enjoying just only the company of his friends alone. This guy is willing to see who I am. He's willing to get to know me. That guy is a man. That guy is a man. When you begin to see all of these red flags, it's a big issue. And you need to be very careful not to jump into marriage. A lot of you women just marry just anything. A lot of men too just marry just anything. And then you come and be shouting and shouting. It is not everybody you see on the street that is a good person. It is not every woman that you see that is a good woman. You know, I'm an advocate for women, not just women. I'm talking about good women, well-behaved women, people with right mentality, right mindset. I protect them when they are in the wrong relationship, when they're in the wrong hand. Those are the ones I protect. So when you see me write anything about women, I'm not talking about just any woman. And that's why I always say to men, if you end up in a wrong relationship, it is your fault. I need you to take it and say it's my responsibility to do my investigation, both spiritually and physically. You do it spiritually and do it physically. And the spiritual investigation I'm doing is not going to a prophet. It is praying by yourself, telling God to show you signs. Asking God, show me a sign, show me a sign, show me a sign. You must to have that sign directly. God must show you those things directly. When you pray and say, God, show me, is this the right person or not the right person? During that same time, you will be shocked that God will expose something to you that you have not been thinking about before. That's a sign that God has answered your prayer and is showing you yourself. Because the Bible says you will speak to the mountain. It didn't say the prophet will speak on your behalf. It didn't say pastor will preach on your behalf. It is you that will speak to that mountain and the mountain will move. Because the mountain is waiting. The mountain is waiting to hear your voice. It is your voice that will activate the power of God to move that mountain. All right? It is your voice. Your voice. Your voice that will do that. Somebody is still asking me, how about people that pretend? I'm telling you how to decode this and you are still not listening. This is so easy. I want to quickly say this. It's so very easy for pastors in Nigeria to actually put 10,000 people together in their church because a lot of people can't think. You see, the thinking part of life is difficult for some people. You see, to think, ability to think deeply, okay, it is difficult. So they come to the pastor who is telling them this, and then they believe it. For me, I sit myself down I put my problem on the table. You know what I did today? Let me tell you guys what I did today. I was quite clouded. My mind was actually not working right for the past 3 days and stuff. So today I told myself, I said, I think I need to do something. And the joker that my therapist gave to me, I'm going to share it with you guys, even though you guys are not paying me. I'm going to say, because I paid the therapist. I paid the therapist $1,200. And then I sat down, and then he was able to, give me ideas of what to do to better my life and stuff. And I want to encourage you guys also, find a therapist to go to and let them teach you some certain things, how to live, your life. Now, the therapist told me, he said, he said, whenever you are not able to think, whenever your mind is clouded and you're not able to think, he said, the only thing that I want you to be doing, is that, pick up the broom, pick up the vacuum cleaner, pick up the duster, start cleaning the house. Start cleaning the house. Sweep the house, lay your bed, arrange your table, do whatever is needed to be done. Open all the windows, let fresh air come into the house. You will find out that your brain will open. I was like, really? I said, yeah. So your brain is going to open. And then creativity will come in. And then you start thinking and you know exactly what to do each of the way and stuff. I didn't believe it until I tried it. So today when I woke up, I was still feeling a little bit one kind. So I picked up the broom and I cleaned the whole house. I vacuumed the whole house. As I was laying the bed, I started seeing myself coming out. As I was laying the bed, I started seeing myself coming out. I went straight into the bathroom. I cleaned up the whole place and stuff, and everything came to the living room. I cleaned up the whole living room, the kitchen. I did my office. I did, and all kinds of stuff. Within that 1 hour, it was like they removed something from my head. It was like they removed something from my head. And then I looked at myself. I said, yeah, I'm ready for a show today. I think I'm ready for a show today. Let me just go and break some tables today. All right? Let me break some tables today. And I got to my office. I click on the camera and stuff. There's nothing like a script in my front here. I'm just talking. And it usually does that. The stuff is already in my mind. But it's kind of like I'm not really able to function, to be able to do it. And my brain just jump start. And I started thinking, I started talking. Now I feel good. It works big time. All right, big time. So you guys need to give it a try. All right, give it a try. It will help you to think. It will help you to be able to think. It's when somebody is teaching you something, listen carefully. All right, listen carefully. Write some points down. If you know your brain is not working the right way, you need to go and do something. Another thing you could do is exercise. When you go on the street, you walk on the street in the neighborhood, you walk up and down, your blood will flow. All right, it will flow to your brain. You will take fresh air and you will not believe it the way it's going to affect you in your mind as you're going to be thinking and what you're going to do. It's going to change you totally. Totally. So this all stuff I'm telling you right here, this is the way for you to decode when someone is pretending. The very first one that I said, you need to start a fight intentionally. You will see what you're going to get. You will understand it. Somebody who is going to be verbally abusive in marriage, you will know. No sound, kid. Anybody hearing me? Is anybody hearing me on Facebook and YouTube because somebody is saying no sound? Somebody saying no sound. You start a fight intentionally. You will see all of this stuff. If somebody's going to be abusive, verbally abusive in marriage, you will see that display. It's going to come out. They're being like that. It's going to come out. They will shake my phone. Then you will know. Then you will know that this is who they are. Okay? Someone who is going to be physically abusive, you will see it. It's going to show up. All right? It's going to show up. You will see it. All right? I want to quickly read this person with George. So if we can do it ourselves without a pastor, then why do we need you or listen to you? Now, Mr. George, I want you guys, everybody that is here, I want you guys to actually be able to say something here. Say something. Have I ever called any of you guys to say I want to do special prayer for you guys before? Have I ever done that? Can anybody say something? I want Mr. George WG to understand this. Have I ever called any of you guys to say I want to do special prayer for you? Somebody just said no. Have I ever done that? All right. The work of a pastor is to teach. What I'm doing is to teach people how to. When you teach people how to, they go do it themselves. They need the teaching part of it. The teaching part of it is what we're doing here. When you do the teaching part of it here, then people will go home. I tell any of my church member will be, if any of my church member is here, any of my church member, if they're here, I always tell them this. Anytime you see me jumping up and saying, if you think I'm praying for you, you have failed. I'm not praying for you. I am praying for myself. I am praying for my wife. I am praying for my children, not you. I am not. Sorry. Then they ask me, what are we supposed to do? I say, you're supposed to be doing what I'm doing. I am just a kind of example. You mirror it. I'm mirroring what you should be doing. You copy it. You start doing the same thing that I'm doing. If I'm jumping, you start jumping. If I'm doing raku raku, you start doing the same thing. You start doing the same thing. So you should be able to have a relationship with your God without me. My job is to mentor you. My job is not to render you useless. My job is not to see me as the God. My job is to point you towards heaven. So this is where heaven is. This is how you connect to him. And then do it yourself. The problem wants to hear your voice. My job is to intercede on your behalf. I do that intercession without even calling you. When I wake up in the morning, I say, Father, bless all of my listeners. Bless all of my church members in Jesus' name. The ones that are going through problems, Father, help them. As they call upon you, Father, please hear them. Then I pray for them. I intercede on their behalf. I don't call people and say, come and kneel down. I don't want them to see me as God. So if I pray for you and something happened, you're going to actually idolize me. You're going to make me to look like Baba Abeji. Oh, Baba, don't give me Beji. You're going to make me to look like the healer. I'm not the healer. Okay, you are supposed to call upon the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and let that God touch you and heal you. And when you get healed, you know what? You will not give the glory to a man, you will give it to God. That's how you do Christianity. The glory belongs to God, not to a man. You don't, I will. The Bible says he will not share his glory with any man. But what we do is sharing the glory of God with men. We are making them to look like a mini God. Oh, he prayed for me and something happened. He's not the one that made it happen. It's not his prayer. It's the timing of God. Your faith. Your faith. So go and listen to teachers. Listen to knowledge. Acquire it and go and apply it to your life. Do exactly what the pastor is teaching you to do. Go, your father that seeth you in the secret. Your father that seeth you in the secret. I cannot come into your secret place. You are the one that goes into your secret place yourself. And you're the one that will call upon your God because you don't know my God. I only come to church and say, in the name of Jesus. You don't know maybe that Jesus is who I'm serving. You don't understand him. You know your God. It's possible for you not to know my God. You are just assuming you know my God. And I might be assuming that I know your God. Maybe your God is different from the God I serve. All right. We all meet at the church. We don't even know who has actually made incantation this morning. We don't know who has done something. We don't know who is got one day underneath their belt or whatever. You see, but you know your God. That God that you know will actually be the one in the secret place with you. All right, and that God will now come and pay you in the open. It is the same God that pays you in the open. The God that you pray to him. Don't give glory to a pastor or a prophet or they're nothing. They couldn't even cure coronavirus. Coronavirus came, they ran away. I will never forget. I will never forget. I can never forget in my life. Never. I will never forget. Our pastors ran away during COVID-19. They couldn't say, Corona, come here. In the name of Jesus, sit down there. You Mr. Corona, stupid. What are you doing here? I'm the man of God, and I command you right now, pack all your loads and get out in the name of Jesus. They didn't do that. We didn't see them do that. All of us went through Corona for 3 years or 4 years. Many of us died. All our pastors are flexing muscle. They couldn't save us. They flex muscle all the time. They couldn't save us. It is your faith that will deliver you. You are alive today because of your faith. You are allowed to be alive today because of you prayed unto your God, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that saved you. It is your prayer that saved your life. They ran away. They couldn't call Corona to come and sit down. You know, like we see it on their videos, then they call the devil, say, "You devil, am I talking to you, devil? What is your name?" And then that one will put microphone and say, "I am Legion. I am a Legion. I've come to deliver and to destroy this sister." And the man said, "Who are you? Why will you come to this body? We don't want you here. Are you listening to me?" And the other one will put microphone and say, "I am not listening. I am a Legion. I will destroy this girl." I was say, "Why can't you guys call Corona like that and put microphone in the mouth of Corona? Let Corona talk to us." You know, they can't do that one. Real thing. When real thing happened, they took up the running. When real thing, it's something that we know, Koro. It's not about witches and wizards now. You know, witches and wizards, we have not seen them. We have not seen them at all. Now we are seeing Corona, Koro. That's when they cannot display. They can display when it's actually invisible things, something they cannot see, something that doesn't have effect. They can display. They will display. Come out here, hallelujah. You lay down there, hallelujah. They know that one. But when something that is real now come out, they took off. They took off. And that's enough reason for me, okay? And it's supposed to be enough reason for you to disconnect and tell yourself, I can't be fooled anymore. I cannot be fooled anymore. But it's just a pity you guys can't think like that. I got myself, you know, in that moment that I started thinking about it. What's the essence of all this? It was the essence of this. There was all this nonsense that we call all pastors and we believe they do deliverance. So all these deliverance, even Mountain of Fire couldn't deliver Corona. All of these die, but those couldn't deliver Corona. Corona is just walking all around. It's just walking all around. Just walking all around the place. I was like, what's wrong? Is it for me? I have common sense. I think a lot. I think so much. I think a lot. I think very deeply. All right. So I told my church member. So one day, one of my church members came to give testimony in church, and she said she was battling something, and something was telling her to call Pastor Shola, and something was saying, "Pray for yourself, pray for yourself." And then she just said, "Okay." She just went and she just knelt down and prayed. And 3 days after, the sickness disappeared from her body and stuff. And she was like, "Glory to God." So she came on Sunday. Instead of she saying, somebody shout hallelujah. Oh, when our Father in the Lord prayed for me, my miracle just came. She didn't say that. She said, I want to use this as an opportunity to educate some of you guys that Pastor Shola didn't pray for me. He only taught me how to move with God. He only taught me the process of Christianity. But I put it to work. I felt sick. So what I did was I wanted to call him, but the Holy Spirit said, "No, pray for yourself." And I altered that statement myself. And today I'm healed and stuff. Everybody shouted, even me myself jumped up and we started singing hallelujah to God. And so that is church, that's Christianity. That's the way it should be. Giving all glory to God. Learning at the feet of God, you go put it to work and let it work. Enough of when somebody's falling down in church, we are putting camera so that everybody will know that the pastor is God power. All of the falling down we have done, all of the laying of hands we have done, has not changed anything in our lives. Not changed nothing in our lives. Nothing. A lot of people were the same person that fell yesterday will fall today. There was one woman when I was a CAC. The woman, every time they say, normally they call over all our pastors and they give us a bottle of anointing to be putting on their head. So when I'm going to her like this, she'll be saying, me, I will just leave her alone. I'll just go to somebody else. Then she'll go and queue again. I was like, see, this woman is just fooling herself. And stuff. And then they will put hands on them, then they fall down. Then they fall down. The same set of people, they fall in. Is it the anointing of Shubushiri? And you'll be falling. One day I was just calculating. I want to fall at the edge of a chair. Hopefully, back chair. I want to know. Because somebody who is in the spirit is not supposed to cry. When you fall down and hit your head on the chair, you won't cry. So I was pushing her. I was going, she was going back. I was looking for a chair that have a very sharp edge. I was going. Let me just look for one chair, just push her into it. So let's see, maybe she will cry. and stuff. Luckily, those ushers have been trained. Those ones were not standing behind them. I was like, oh, you really, oh, no, you have 40 and stuff. But the usher was standing there. The other usher won't let me find the chair. I was not looking for a chair. I push his own chair. Anytime he wants to fall down, be looking to the back. Why am I putting hands on them? That was what they told us to do. Told us to put our hands on their head. Oh, they put our hands on their head. That's all they said. But the usher won't let me. The usher was just behind, was just following us. I was like, oh, you usher will lily. This usher, please come on for here. Let me just push this person down. Let's person down. And I've told you guys, and I've told you guys before, I went to a church and the pastor said, it's coming on you, it's coming on you. And he just threw it and everybody went on the floor. I happened to be like, I was the only person standing. Not really only me. Not only me. Oh yeah, not only me. I just found out that the guy on the camera didn't fall down. The guy taking picture didn't fall down. The guy that's playing keyboard didn't fall down. The woman that's leading worship, anointing, follow me. She didn't fall down. The guy on the drum didn't fall down. So I was like asking myself, you see, this is how I think. I don't know about you. I started thinking in myself, now upon all the church members here, didn't come over the choir, didn't take over the media department, he didn't take over the people on the camera. How come? So I found out myself, I'm not the only one standing. So I had to kneel. I had to use my leg to kneel down and pretending like something came on me too. So they will not say, Pastor Zola is a demon. I don't want them to say I'm a demon. So I had to kneel down. I had to kneel down with one leg. I was like looking everywhere. When they mistakenly gave me microphone, they won't winning. When they mistakenly gave me microphone, I told them, I said, all of this falling down you're doing, what has changed? What exactly has changed in your life? Show me. Have you become a millionaire yet? You've been falling. Have you become a millionaire? Are you not still the one begging for bread? Are you not the one begging for money for transportation? With all of this falling down. With all of this falling down. All of them were looking at me like this. I said, nothing is going to happen. I have 1 minute to go on this show. And let me just leave you guys alone. Maybe you guys will drink water on what I've just said. Instagram is showing me 1 minute and 43 seconds right now. So, and I'm going to end it. I think I have a session. Today. Yeah. I'm late already. All right. So, have a beautiful day, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys later today by the grace of God. The Singles Connect is actually putting up together right now. I want to connect people. I want to do that by God's grace. May God give me more strength. Okay, I will. I'll respond to your stuff. Don't worry, I'll respond. All right. I'll respond to your WhatsApp. Thank you. So God bless everybody. Have a beautiful day, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you guys later tomorrow by the grace of God. Bye. Instagram, I'll see you. All right, YouTube and Facebook. Have a beautiful day. I really appreciate you guys.